Good evening, everyone. On behalf of everyone at Caesars Entertainment, welcome to Caesars Palace. We are so glad that you are here. Well, I have to tell you, tonight I was offered the most amazing opportunity to welcome all of you, the very people that I respect, admire, and get to work with every single day right here this evening. And wow, I thought to myself, what will I ever say to this esteemed group of people? So I started thinking about all the things that speakers think about, right? Like, what's the objective of the meeting? Who's going to be in the audience? This is not just a group of extremely powerful meetings industry professionals. It is everyone who's committed to moving your own organizations and the meetings industry overall forward. On top of that, I also thought that I should probably take some time to talking about why we at Caesars Entertainment chose to sponsor this dinner this evening. Naturally, I have to make sure that Caesars achieves its objectives tonight. My boss, you heard that, right? That's good. So I thought I probably should spend a lot of time talking about all of the capital improvements that we're making and we're investing in our hotel rooms. We have over 10,000 guest rooms that are going to be renovated this year. It's pretty amazing. I could also talk about the countless properties we have and the fact that some of our customers don't even know we have some of these amazing properties, 40 overall in the US. And I could talk about the fact that there isn't a better time in the world to work with Caesars Entertainment because of all these investments, because of our amazing culture, and because of our commitment to executing amazing meetings. I could also talk about how we continue to remain flexible even though we're in a seller's market. And the food and beverage. Ladies and gentlemen, I must not forget to talk about the amazing food and beverage that you're going to experience this evening in this ballroom and served by the most amazing team of people here this evening who are committed to making sure that every single customer experience is spectacular. Thank you guys, you're amazing. I also thought that I should try to be funny, but let's face it, that's not very likely. In the end, you'll be very glad to know that I've decided not to do any of that tonight. I've decided I want to make this a little bit more personal this evening. So I wanted to tell you a story about something that happened to me today. And now each and every one of you are giving up something to be here this evening. And in my case, I'm giving up some time with my family, my peeps, and my wife Sheila, my 16-year-old daughter Sarah, and my son JD, who's 13. Well, today my son JD said,
"Hey Dad, why do you have to go to work tonight?"
And instantaneously, I thought to myself, wow, this is it. This is the chance that I have been waiting for to describe to some of my family members what it is that I actually do. And I jumped right in. I looked at him and I said, son, I don't have to go to work today. I get to go to work today. You see, I get to meet people face to face. And doing this builds relationships that foster trust. I get to spend time with the leaders of our industry, and they're the very people that move businesses and organizations forward, and they change the world, JD, one meeting at a time. And we get to discuss how meetings are critical to the US economy, and that they account for $98.7 billion in direct travel expenditures through the meetings and events that we hold. I also get to talk about 875,000 American jobs that are supported by the meetings and events industry. And we get to learn from one another, and we get to collaborate with one another, because causing new ideas to form into thoughts and actions that eventually cause positive change in the world. Son, did you know that the meetings industry is larger than the auto industry? It's amazing. These are all the things These are all of the things that make positive progress when people meet face to face. And JD, I also get to say thank you to all of these people. I get to say thank you for allowing Caesars Entertainment to be a part of this organization. I get to thank each and every one of you for the contributions that you make every single day in our industry. I also get to say thank you to them for giving up their time at home with their special peeps while they make all of these amazing contributions to our industry. And most importantly, JD, I get to thank the amazing people, many of whom I have traveled the world with. I get to thank them from the bottom of my heart for their friendship. So you see, JD, I would love to be with you tonight, but I don't have to go to a meeting tonight. I get to go to a meeting tonight. Thank you. Well, let me tell you, I was so proud of that. I know it was a bit of a rant, just a little bit. But I gotta tell you, I was able to respond to him so quickly and so passionately with such factual information. It was informative. I finally got to do it. I finally got to explain to my own family members, my peeps, what it is that I do for a living. Yes! Yay for all of us. And you can imagine I was so excited to hear how he would respond when I completed my rant, my passionate, informative rant. I waited with bated breath to hear what my son would say. JD looked up at me very thoughtfully, little squint of the eye. He stared at me. He paused for a moment, and then he said,
Okay. So what time are you gonna be home?
I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying though. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire team at Caesars Entertainment, we thank you for being the very people that we get to meet with tonight. We hope that you enjoy yourselves and have an absolutely wonderful evening. Good night.